Hi, Palia pals! Welcome to the Ancient Library, where we talk about Palia lore. Today, we're talking about the origin of humans and King Mudan. So get comfy and let's dive right in. Ages ago, before the time of the great dragon's birth, a lonely phoenix lived in the land beyond the veil. To satisfy her great longing for a companion, she created man. The first among the men she created was called Mudan. Mudan's bones were carved with the stone of the Kilima Mountains. His flesh was formed from the clay among the Naoka River, and his heart was a pulsing flowstone. Mudan ruled over humanity for 300 years of peace and prosperity, until the balance of the world shifted. Wicked men with wicked hearts wrought wicked spells, and the byproduct of those spells was called Shadow. Shadow became like a hungry beast and roved across the world, devouring everything it touched, until one day Mudan took up arms against the Shadow. He pierced his spear through its heart, but it only laughed and said, "You think you can stop me? You are man, and I am Shadow of man. The darkness that wakes in me is the same as the darkness that sleeps in you." Mudan then examined his own heart and discovered sleeping veins of shadow within the pulsing flowstone. Mudan went to see the great sorcerer Sadil and asked him to extinguish the shadow in his heart. Sadil told Mudan, "I can extinguish the shadow, but you will be extinguished as well, my king. The darkness that wakes in the shadow is the same darkness that sleeps in you." Mudan told the sorcerer to do what he had to. "Do what you must. I wish not to live while the world around me dies." But there's another side to the story. Whether it is true or not still remains to be seen. Once upon a time, there lived a great king named Mudan. People loved him because he provided them with bountiful gifts of magic and music and life everlasting. He married the most beautiful woman in all of the world, Queen Kestra. The queen had beautiful black hair that shone polished obsidian, jasper brown skin, emerald eyes, and ruby lips. Under Mudan's rule, things were good. Nothing bad ever happened. But his wicked counselor, the sorcerer Sadil, was jealous of Mudan. He was jealous of his wisdom, of the love his people had for him, and for his good looks. Because while Mudan was made in the phoenix's own image perfection, Sadil was hunchbacked and ugly as a toad. But most of all, he was jealous of Kestra. Evil Sadil lied away at night, inspiring on how one day he could make the queen his, until one day he conceived of a plan. He knew the king and queen went down to the Phoenix Shrine each day for their morning prayers. All he had to do to set his wicked plan into motion was get there before them. As the king kneeled down to pray, still used his magic to disguise his voice, he called, "Mudan, this is the Phoenix. I call upon you to stop what you are doing. You must stop building beautiful cities with spires that towers like trees, and using magic to bring wonder to your people. You must end their everlasting lives." But why would I do that? The good king was shocked. He thought only good had come from the magic he brought to his people. Because, Sadil paused, he had not thought this far ahead. "Because the magic that you use in your spells drains my realm. It is killing me." "Oh no," Mudan was quite horrified. "You gave me and my people life, great Phoenix. I will end the theft of your magic at once." As Mudan left to tell his people of what he had learned, Sadil snickered. Without the magic, certainly Mudan's people would turn on him. Then their love and Kestra's would soon be his. Much to Sadil's chagrin, the people loved Mudan so much they supported his effort to lessen their magic to save the phoenix. This would not stand. Sadil now knew the only way to defeat Mudan was to kill him. Sadil poured over many volumes of dark and arcane magic in pursuit of the plan. Eventually he found what he had been searching for. The rest of the pages are missing. Playing through Palia's story, from what we have to this point, we do get little hints of what possibly could have happened after those pages are missing. The first document talks about how Mudan and his magic was in the phoenix's light, and how there was the shadow of man, which could easily be interpreted as Sadil with his jealousy and his plans and whatever he found in his dark magic. And in a way, it also tells us of a tale where balance is needed. If Mudan is this great and beautiful shining light, there will always be someone in the shadow. And while Sadil used dark magic to obtain what he wanted to happen, he in a way became that shadow, whether Mudan knew that or not. And from context of playing the game, I believe that he might not have known until the very end, until it was too late. But that is the tale of the epic of Mudan, and the beginning of the story that to this day still affects us in Palia. That's all for today's lore, Palia pals, so I shall see you guys in the next one. I wonder what we could talk about next.